Hi guys, this is Connie from Connie's Nails and Creative Creations. If you are one of my subscribers, welcome to back to my channel. And if you're new, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, as well as give me a big old thumbs up and welcome to my channel. Today I am taking part in the Crafty Couples Challenge. It is put on by Jamie and husband from What's Jamie Making, and Devin from Freckled Mom. So let's get right to this.
Welcome everybody to Connie's Nails and Creative Creations, June 17th, Thursday, Pawnee County, Kansas, more specifically Larned, Kansas. This is the Crafty Couples Thrift Flip. So hold on to your seats.
So explain what you're...
Now what you have here is the unlearned explaining to the learned, so this ought to be interesting. Obviously Connie makes her various trips to Dollar Tree. No matter what town we're in, if there's a Dollar Tree, she's going to go there. And that's fine. I got used to that over the years. What we're going to do...
I forgot the paintbrushes.
While she goes and gets the paintbrushes, we picked this up at a thrift store. It's like a half circle tin container from Goodwill, courtesy of Great Bend, Kansas. And we are going to be using it as a planter, or she is going to be using it as a planter. And I'm supposed to be instructing her, so this will be interesting. Shout out to Devin. What's up, Red? Jamie and her husband as well. And we welcome all the subscribers to Connie's channels. I know she appreciates it. And if you're new, welcome as well.
And to the other crafters?
Oh, it's just
There's a whole bunch of us.
To all crafters, we welcome you. Okay, what I'm going to have Connie start out with is I'm going to have her paint this background, and then from there we'll move on to the rest of it.
What color am I painting it?
We have, is that a gold or a flat out yellow? That's a gold, right? Moon yellow.
Moon yellow.
I'm just wondering if we should combine the colors, but the sky's going to be blue.
Okay, do you want this dark blue? I could lighten it up.
So it would be a Utah sky versus a Kentucky sky?
Yeah.
I'll take the Utah sky.
But this is, I think...
That's like really dark?
It's a dark...
Well, then lighten it up a little bit.
And how am I going to do that?
You're going to mix... a lightener element into it.
What would the lightener element be?
I don't know, Connie. Why don't you surprise me? Being that this
do you think yellow? We only got three colors.
It would be kind of green. You mix those two together.
Okay,
So you're going to use this one.
Which is what?
It's wicker white.
From Folk Art.
That's right. Let's not forget that.
And this is Blue Bayou from Cream Coat.
Wonder how they come up with that.
So I'm going to mix those
She's going to lighten that blue, mixing in that wicker white, and then we'll see what she comes up with here.
And what are we doing with the yellow?
Anything we want. I'm going to assume you're going to use that to assimilate some kind of a sun type.
If that's what you want.
That is exactly what I want.
And where?
And you need to do it my way, damn it. Okay.
Okay, and where do you want the sun to come through? Where do you want the sun at?
Put it wherever you want.
No, it's up to you.
I want the sun, as we're looking at it, left of center.
Okay. Is this light enough, or do you want me to go lighter?
A little bit lighter. Make it a little more realistic. There you go. I hope you're all going to be able to see that. How are you going to paint it as it is, or maybe turn it?
You go and look and see. I think you can see it.
I think while you're painting it, you can tilt it
Okay.
a little bit.
Is this a good blue?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. So I'm going to start painting. Do you want me to paint just the back, or do you want me to paint the inside as well?
Blue as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
But we don't have to do the bottom?
No, because we're going to have these.
Okay.
And then the rope around it, the border.
Okay.
And various other elements. Devin, I'm flying the banner for all redheads here, so I need to be on at the top of my game. There we go.
And we took this out to the garage and spray painted it white.
Yeah, because it was just the regular.
That way it would be easier to paint on.
So creative, Connie. You are. You're making it lighter.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like mustard if you don't lighten it up.
What I'm doing here, he's not explaining very well.
Well, because this is a new thing for me, and I'm trying to dip my toes in the water.
I'm trying to kind of fade out the color of the sun.
So it doesn't look like yellow mustard. That is, by gall, the bluest sky I've ever seen.
Oh, I can lighten it.
No, I'm not saying that to complain. I'm just saying. She is channeling her inner Bob Ross right now, aren't you? Well, wasn't he, or isn't he, even in his death, still an inspiration to you?
Yes.
There you go. Might I have those scissors just for a moment?
Do you think that looks good? Like a sun.
She's so much better at me than this, so I'm going to answer that yes, it looks great. Now while that's drying, which won't take long, are we going to put the, we're not putting the border on yet. Are we putting this on here?
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Okay. And you know what I forgot to bring up here? Is the Mod Podge. To seal all this.
You just want me to say it, don't you?
Would you please?
Mod Podge. Mod Podge. Did I say it right the second time?
Yes.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
And no, I won't say it 3 times in a row.
Okay. Do you want to set this aside and let it dry while we you can explain what we're going to be putting across here? What you had me get ready?
Well, I think that would be good. So it is now setting aside. What we're going to do, we're going to use this rope to put a border around this. Connie's going to cut it here when we get to that. We're going to use this as our base to put these various flowers in. And I think we're also going to use this Spanish moss, correct?
Correct. If that's what you want me to use.
Well, how are we going to do that? Because it won't be able with the stick. Okay.
What are we doing with this? He had me take this out to the garage and cut this on my miter saw.
You're gonna place this here. And then you're gonna use these popsicle sticks, kind of like a picket fence type thing.
Okay. Now this is really rough. How do I get this not to be so rough?
You probably have something over here that you could use to sand it with. Might I suggest one of my favorites?
What is it?
It's a big block sander thing.
Sanding block.
Well, I said a block sander. I just said it different.
Yeah, yes you did.
Can you do my nails while you're at it?
No.
Okay. Notice the technique, folks. Look at her go. Holy cow, there's no stopping her now.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Oh, you got your glue gun already locked and loaded?
Yes.
All right.
I'm putting it over here so you don't
Now
touch
we're
it.
painting these. I think we're painting these.
Yeah.
I gotta. Okay. Yeah. So let's paint these now. What do you say?
Okay. Do you want to cut them and glue them together first?
And put them on and then paint them?
No. Well, I personally would paint it and then put it on. But I would put it together, paint it, and put it on.
I think that's a marvelous idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So you need to tell me how tall you want.
Well, you can't.
And I need to grab
You can't
the other
leave
scissors.
the sticks the size they are now.
Okay. So you're gonna have to.
Because if you do, look.
Hold on. Let me grab my other scissors.
If she were to do that, these would obscure. You'd obscure the whole container with it, putting them that high.
Exactly.
Or without sizing them down just a little bit.
So, how tall do you want them?
Well, how tall are they now? Do we have something to measure it with?
No, it doesn't matter. Just tell me. Just mark them. Use a pen. You got it over there. And I would, if I was you, I would put this up here and see how tall you want it, and then mark it.
Ain't that a great idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that suggestion. I always like to, someone who is less learned like myself needs that.
Okay.
So, are you basically going to anchor it right there, correct?
Yes. Yes. The top is going to be round, so I personally would do it this way.
Okay.
I would decide where I want it, and then I would mark it down here.
Now, are you going to keep them all the same size?
If you
or are
want,
you going to step it up and then back down the other
that's
side?
totally up to you.
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay, then you get to measure them all.
Okay.
So at least.
What am I going to measure?
Here, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the center. How tall you want it?
I just wish we had the measuring stick.
We don't need a measuring stick.
That's about right, 1.5 inches, maybe closer to 2, somewhere in there. As far as what's poking out here.
Right. Okay, and then how do you want? Like there for this one?
Yeah. And just have it, don't have it be like ridiculously slopey, but it'll a gradual slope up to the center. Seven, you say?
Yeah.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go, girl.
How about Italian?
I had Italian last night for dinner. You were there, remember?
Yeah, I meant.
I'm not as well versed in Italian.
Oh.
But, this one's, well, no, it's not that bad. Does that look okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a little bold, but it's not like, some of these are pretty extreme. It's safe to assume we probably, whoa, it's like a box of matches, losing all your matches. Safe to assume we're not going to use any more of these.
I would say probably no.
So probably we're not going to use any more.
Right.
Okay.
And I'll be saving all of these pieces too.
Well, you're a crafter. It only stands to reason, right?
Right. And I'll be giving you
Never
some
throw
more.
anything away, right?
Right.
To a point. You want these back in that same bag?
Sure.
Okay. Actually, I want these back in that same bag.
Good job, Ron.
Thank God we're inside today. It's going to be 104 with a little bit of the humidity going on. So you are. You make good use of your time.
I tried.
I try to waste as much as I can. So, never waste a tongue depressor, right?
Right.
Ain't that basically what they use in something like this?
Yeah. But these are not tongue depressors. These are craft sticks.
But if a doctor wanted to save money, he could go to Dollar Tree and come out pretty good on a thing of tongue depressors for $1.
These are not exactly the same. These are a little bit different. And I think the ones that they use are sterilized.
So they can't have any children then?
I guess not.
Okay. That was for you, Devin. I don't know why, but it just was.
Alright. So I finished this. That is called
You know what?
hot glue hairs.
It's actually kind of like cobwebs.
It is. It is like cobwebs. But, okay, so now what am I doing?
Anything you want. No, obviously we need to paint this.
Obviously, yes. So,
And we probably should paint it before we put it on here.
right.
Um,
Let me go clean this paint off.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't have got...
What?
We don't want to do the all too traditional white picket fence, right? Or do we? That's up to me. But yeah, I guess we will. Is this the white that we were going to use? You don't have any other whites, do we? Is this wicker white pretty much?
Wicker white is good.
Well, why don't we just whitewash it then?
Are we painting it white or are we whitewashing it? Those are two different things.
We're just going to paint it white.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the other one is.
Okay.
So, hope you got something stuck in your paint there.
Piece of wood. It's okay.
I'm tearing up, Connie. You're doing so well. As a teacher, it makes a teacher feel good that their student is doing such a fine job with very little instruction.
Uh-huh.
So, you're almost to the end. I'm tearing up.
Oh my gosh.
This is emotional.
Are you going to be okay?
I think I'll be fine.
You'll survive?
I might need therapy. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You need to get a little more there, student, in there.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they pay me the big bucks to be an instructor.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to start my own art instructing school.
Are you?
What do you think?
Well, that'd be interesting.
That would be more than interesting. It'd be comical.
I know.
And there's nothing wrong with comedy, folks. We could probably use a little bit more of that, especially nowadays. So.
Oops, I just popped that off.
Yeah, I didn't want to use that green that we had, that we were looking at downstairs.
That was deer moss.
I just don't think it would have looked right.
Yeah.
But I know we're not going to use all these flowers.
Our picket fence is not staying on very well. I may have to see. I may have to use some E6000.
Why don't you use some E6000 on
It's
that?
downstairs. I'll have to add it after.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out. We may not even need this.
Okay, what do you want me to put in there first?
I'm hoping once I have you cut these down, because we don't need all of these. We brought them up just to give us something.
Well, you said to get all the colors.
Well, I
Or
know,
get a
but I'm
bunch of
not even
colors.
going to include the purple, I don't think.
Okay.
So we got the pinks, the yellow, and some more pinks. So put the yellow in the middle, and then the pinks on the outside.
You sure you want these on the outside? They're tall.
How small can you cut them? Oh, holy cow. There you go.
Okay. And how many do you want? We don't have to do them all, but it's up to you.
How many's on that? Are they got the same on each one?
This one has 5. How many does that one have?
1,
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.
Mm-hmm. And these are all from Dollar Tree, except for this was from Dollar General, these ones. And yeah, the rest of them were from Dollar Tree.
If you ever go into a Dollar Tree and see Connie's picture up there, there's good reason for it. She's keeping them going.
No, not even.
So, thank God for retirement, huh?
Yeah.
Me and you and Dollar Tree. It's like a marriage made in heaven, right? Remember, make it look nice. You want to impress the instructor.
Am I doing that?
You're doing a great job. I'm sure if this was interactive, we'd get a lot of yeses on that. And that's why your fins isn't staying on there. Could you keep hitting it?
No, it's because the hot glue, it doesn't.
You think that
secure.
other glue would probably work out better?
E6000, I should have brought it up here.
Is that better than Gorilla Glue?
Not necessarily, but it's different. It's just different. They're both very
I
good.
wonder if that would actually work on a Gorilla or not.
I doubt it. Okay, do you want more yellow? I can put some.
There's a couple of dead spaces.
So why
yes.
don't you give me one more?
Student, why don't you just take one more?
Okay.
How's that?
Okay. Well, you look like you were just struggling a bit.
I was in a grand funk, or a purple haze, whichever one you want to use. You know, when I look at that, it's just the way it looked when I was just before I fell off to sleep last night when I envisioned it.
Cool.
You don't believe me, do you?
No.
Well, that was just pure bullshit right there.
Okay, so.
Okay. Other than keeping that anchored, and which it ain't gonna stay, is that gonna be easy to get off? I don't know how Connie feels about crafts, and I'm not heavily into the crafting community, but I would think that keeping things fairly simple, you don't have to make it really difficult. So.
Okay, so we're gonna have to reattach this
With
glue.
some super duper glue.
So let's go ahead and just move on.
We're done.
What about that?
Well, other than that. Now, you were asking me, should we encircle it with the rope? But then what would the rope be? Just as a border? So you can hang it, or what?
Well, we were going to
really?
use it. We were going to use it for a hanger, but it would just kind of finish off this edge.
So you want to go with my original idea of encircling the whole thing with the rope?
Yeah.
So we need to measure it, cut it.
You don't measure it. You just start it and then you cut. Okay.
At the end.
I'm going to run downstairs and get my E6000
Okay.
because we need to have that. So I'll be right back. He can entertain, or I'll just edit this out.
Actually, you can go around and hit pause if you want.
No, I'll just let it go.
How about I measure that? The rope.
You don't need to, Ron. We just put it around and cut it and we get to the end.
So all these times she's been going to Dollar Tree getting this and that, and more of this and more of that, she eventually uses it. And I'm sure most of you, all of you who craft, know exactly what I'm talking about. So, she's been a good student, huh? Once we can get this attached on there, I think it'll look pretty good. Better days are coming for Connie, though. She has her craft room down in the basement, so she has to go up and downstairs. And anybody who gets older knows that's doesn't get any easier with age. So she's going to be moving her craft room here on the main floor, so it'll be a lot easier for her.
Okay.
And she's back.
And I'm going to have to use a little bit of hot glue for the quick hold. And hopefully it'll hold it while the E6000 adheres. So,
you know, while the camera's rolling, I should just sit here and make myself my salad for lunch. What do you think?
No. I don't think. That would be good.
You never know what kind of student you're going to get as an instructor. I think I've been given a gem. What do you think?
If you say so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm going to have to dock you for getting glue on the fence.
Is it there?
Not anymore. But it's on your finger, so.
Only part of it. And this is the brown nautical rope from Dollar Tree that we're using.
You can find me calling Dollar Tree all a dollar, because I'm pretty sure back in the day it was called all a dollar, right?
Yes.
I think Connie notices me saying all a dollar. I guess old habits are hard to break, but how does that look? Oh, let him get a good look at it.
Okay. So how much rope?
Depends where you want to hang it at. Where you
On the wall.
Well, I know, but like where? Are you actually going to hang it somewhere?
Yeah. Do you want it like that big?
Versus, oh no, it needs to be bigger than that. Probably right about there. And here's the next question.
Yes.
Or better yet, what do you think? If we got too much weight on here, that's the glue is going to hold that.
That's why you use this.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, aren't you glad I told you how to squirt the glue in the rope and make that work?
Uh-huh.
What a quick learner you are, Connie.
Thank you.
Kudos to you. That's why I picked you to be my student for this presentation.
Oh, cool. I'm so glad you picked me.
Well, let's not overdo it. Is there such a thing, what do you think? Is there such a thing as too much glue?
It depends on the application.
See? It's almost like you've been doing this your whole adult life.
I've been doing it for longer than that.
Yeah.
There you go.
And here is the finished product, folks.
There it is.
Courtesy of the Crafty Couples Thrift Flip. Coming to you all the way from Larned, Kansas.
Yep. Very pretty. Thank you. for instructing me.
Oh, I'm not supposed to kiss the student. My wife might get jealous. Okay.
Okay.
See you, Devin. Be good.